Okay, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Jeff Spilsbury, and for my icebreaker today, I thought I would start off with an introduction to what brought me to Toastmasters. So I'm going to start off talking a little bit about my job. I'm going to get into an award I received recently at work. And I'm going to finish it off with something that my company has dubbed the Leadership Development Initiative. So I'm working with the Land Title and Survey Authority of BC. We're basically two registries. You have the Land Title Office and the Surveyor General. And I've been at it for about 12 years now, surprisingly enough. I started off working at the front counter of the Land Title Office, supporting customers, and I moved up into a application processing role where I process land title applications. I then moved over into the IT department, and I've had a few roles there. The current one is Astra Operations Support Specialist. Sounds a little esoteric, but in the gist of it, it's a admin support guy. So I've been at that for about half the time I've been with the company, 6 years now. And I had a really hard time transitioning from being in a producing role into an IT role. I was very comfortable measuring my productivity with reports, looking at what I did one day to the previous day, and it's very easy. In IT, it's not so much. You can get tickets for sure, and you can measure those, but you can get ones that you can tick off in 5 minutes, some take 3 days. So I might have overcompensated to ensure that I was giving as much in a support role as I was in a production role. So I might be a bit of a workaholic. I might work a little too hard, but it certainly got recognized because my peers nominated me for an award. We have an awards gala every year, and I was the recipient of Excellence in Customer Service, so it felt great. Thank you. So prior to leaving, I asked our HR folks, should I be giving a speech at this awards gala? And they said, oh sure, put something together. So I did. So, practiced it a few times like I did for this one right now. And for my +1 to the event, I brought my dad. A little side note and add a little personal flavor to this story. Me and my dad are quite close. We often have long discussions at the dinner table. We can talk about anything ranging from history to philosophy to the future of mankind. We kind of like to out-know-it-all each other. We get along quite well. So we took the ferry over on the day of the gala. I brought my GPS along, as I don't go to Vancouver too often, drive there less, and I wanted to make sure I could find the way. Well, my GPS was out of date. I found that I was driving on roads that no longer existed. So I decided that, well, maybe it'd be a good idea to have that updated. Lesson learned. So I was a little rattled by the time I got there. I was nervous, and I've always been a little nervous in public speaking situations. So by the time they started announcing things, I was sweating bullets. And I luckily got a saving grace in that when the announcer said for me to come up to the stage, I was the first recipient. That I was to shake the CEO's hand, a member of the board, and get some pictures taken and exit stage left. Well, I kind of dodged the speech there, but the thoughts began there, and perhaps earlier, that, you know, it might be a good idea to develop my public speaking. So that segues into my last bit here, the Leadership Development Initiative. I think it's a really good program that my company's just started. They realized with a lot of our leaders that are retiring in the next little bit, we would need some new blood, more or less, to come up from the ranks, because usually our managers require a lot of business knowledge. So they often want to find people within the company who are willing to step up and be leaders. So when the expression of interest came out, I signed up. It's been a great program. They've offered a mentor in the company that already has leadership experience. They've offered various workshops, all been very entertaining. And they've offered a chance for some personal development to choose your own education, what you're after in leadership development. So I'm focusing primarily on project management. I think there's great opportunity for that in my company. And guess what? I also want to develop my speaking skills. So that brings us full circle, and that, dear listeners, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, is what brought me here today. Thank you.